Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Dalila Fatasyah Binti Rozman, and I'm a student from HTM400 and my matrix number is 202112437. So right now I'm gonna talk to you about my case study, which is Banyan Tree Sustainability of a Brand During Rapid Global Expansion. So for the introduction, according to the product description on August 14th, 2006, exactly after 2 months after its initial public offering IPO listing, Banyan Tree Holdings Limited planned to use parts of the proceeds to finance an ambitious expansion plan. At the core of this business development plan was an ambitious proposal to open 28 new resorts over 4 years, which would span non-Asian territories from Greece to Mexico. The Asian financial crisis of 1997, the SARS crisis of 2003, and the Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 had taken their toll on the travel tourism industry in the region of Banyan Tree's resort and spas were concentrated. Although recovery was on the horizon, those events left haunting memories, and CEO Ho Kwon Ping understood the need to diversify risk across geographic regions. This case considers how a company with an experiential brand should manage its global expansion without losing the core values associated with its brand. But there are two challenges that Ho had to face and considered on how the company should manage growth without losing focus and on the qualities customer associated with the Banyan Tree brand. First, it was the issue of adequate labor and infrastructure to continue delivering a consistent Banyan Tree experience. Second was the danger of brand delusion, if they were spread themselves too thin or venture into location that could have a negative impact on their brand and their bottom line. For a tree ethos, culture and skill set not be lost in the process of growth. Next, for the background, Banyan Tree is basically experience from his family's mini conglomerate. Business had convinced Ho that any business had to have something proprietary in order for it to be sustainable in the longer run. Competing on cost alone had been successful formula in the 1970s and 80s. But when manufacturing efficiency and low cost production had reached its limit, business found that they could no longer compete. A bitter lesson had been learned, and Ho believed strongly that proprietary advantage other than cost should form the basis of sustainable competition. Beginning of 1994, a sanctuary for the senses, Banyan Tree Holdings presents grew from a single resort in Phuket to become one of the world's leading independent multi-branded hospitality groups today. The group's diversified portfolio of hotels, resorts, spas, gallery, golf, and residence is centered on 5 award-winning brands: Banyan Tree Angsana, Kasia, Dawa, Laguna, that offer exceptional design-led experience for global travelers of today and tomorrow. So they also employed an integrated and participatory to approach to minimize their impacts while safeguarding and enhancing the human and physical environment for present and future generation. Their core values involve creating an enhancingly memorable experience for guests and customers through their service and products, providing fair and dignified employment for their associates, which enhance their ability to contribute the company's growth and elevates their job prospects with banyan tree and beyond. Enable long-term prosperity for communities and in which they have operated through business conduct operation and harnessing their competencies and address issue facing the community. Exercising the precautionary approach, the environment impact of their approach operational and taking an active role in the protection and remediation of global ecosystem. And last but not least is the conduct business with suppliers and vendors in a fair and transparent manners while working in partnership and enhance societal benefits. So the problems and issues are as banyan tree has already expanded way beyond Asia, where it started the company faced the typical dilemma of any Asian brand to find a balance between being distinctly Asian and developing more globally oriented image. Though the entire brand is based on the unique Asian touch, the cultural heritage banyan tree has to constantly evaluate its relevance and sustainability carefully as it enters new territories. Generally, the Asian touch and feel that the banyan tree provides to its customer is deemed both exotic and distinct in their properties outside Asia. So, therefore, banyan tree needs to keep innovating and exceeding customers' expectation while staying true to its brand premise of providing sanctuary for the sons. This requires substantial resources, management, focus, and control of the brand portfolio to stay relevant and competitive. So the case study and SWOT analysis is first thing first, the strength. Strengths are the banyan tree capabilities and resources that it can leverage to build sustainable competitive advantage in the marketplace. Strengths come from positive aspect of 5 keys: resources and capabilities, financial resources, human resources, activities and process, past experiences and success, and physical resources such as land and building. So first is strong balance sheet and financial statement of banyan tree can help it to invest in the new and diverse project. So for the weaknesses are the areas, capabilities or skills in which banyan tree lacks. It limits the ability of the firm to build a sustainable competitive advantage. Weaknesses come from lack of absence of 5 key resources and capability, activities and processes, financial resources, past experience and successes, human resources, and physical resources such as land and building. So for the opportunities are macro environment factors and developments that banyan tree can leverage, either the consolidate existing market position or use them for future expansion. Opportunities can emerge from various factors such as technological innovations, political developments and policies changes in consumers' preferences, economic growth, and increase in consumer disposable income. And the last one is threat. Threat are macro environment factors that can derail businesses model of banyan tree. Threats can emerge from various factors such as political development and policy changes, technological inventions, increase in consumer increase in consumer disposable income, changes in consumer preference, and economic growth. So for the solution and recommendation, Binti has managed to create a clear and well-defined brand position in the Asian luxury property market through its focus on branding and avoiding cost competition. Some of its key success factors include the following, which is a well-managed balance between brand promise and brand delivery, a visionary guiding and supporting corporate management team involved directly in overall brand decisions, centralized brand management function on senior level, constant innovation, making use of unconventional method of brand communication, being a social, responsible, and environmentally sensitive organization. And the last one is by combining the Asian culture and heritage with world-class service and luxury, Binti has been able to build a brand that has appealed to people across the country and in Asia and beyond. So as for the conclusion is, Binti being one of the top luxurious resort, which offering incredible services and products, provides a sense of relaxation and as well as intimacy to their guests. Through the practice of corporate social responsibility as well as their efforts to conserve the environment has seen Binti grow beyond limits, continue development of their products, and necessary to gain a competitive edge in their products.